So do me a favor and tell me if you know who this person is. What about this one? Oh, you don't recognize either of these people. Maybe it's because of your facial blindness, or maybe you just didn't realize that the first one is award-winning, actually Oscar award-winning actor Leonardo DiCaprio, and the second one is Tom Holland, which most of you probably know as Spider-Man. And I guess this game wasn't really fair since you weren't prepared to see some unwrapped faces, but we will try again. Maybe you can get it this time. So here I have a whole set of unwrapped faces. Maybe it's 4, maybe it's 5. I'm not sure. I'm editing this in post. Do you know who these people are? They're all related in some way. And of course you don't. This is the cast of Game of Thrones. So we have Tyrion, let's say, we have Jaime Lannister, we have Cersei, we have Robb Stark, and let's also say that we have Tywin. So again, it seems that you lost, but you're gonna get another opportunity in just a bit. But before we continue this game show, I guess I should explain how these were made in the first place and just talk about some VFX stuff in general. So at this point, you must have heard about Keen Tools, which is a company that makes plugins mainly for Nuke, which is a compositing program that is a couple $100 or couple $1,000. I'm not sure, it's just too expensive for people like us. And the main two products they're known for is something called Face Builder, which creates meshes of faces using an image or a set of images or video. And the other thing is Face Tracker, which uses that mesh to track the face. And until recently, like I said, this stuff was too expensive for people like me to play around with, but it seems that recently Keen Tools has taken Face Builder and made a free add-on for Blender while it's an open beta, which means that we can use at least Face Builder, not Face Tracker, completely for free. And most people have been using this to make their own head. There are 1,000 tutorials online explaining the same thing. They're all redundant. They all explain the exact same thing. I don't know why they exist. But I've decided to use it for something a bit more meaningful, which is unwrapping faces. So generally the workflow is pretty simple. You just take some faces of your head or even just a single photo, install the add-on so that you can use it with Blender, click a button which says create your head, load in the photos and use the pinning process that Face Builder is known for to align everything the way it's supposed to be, and then just generate textures. Really, that's all there is to it. I don't know why there are so many tutorials explaining this super simple process. But the cool thing about this is after it generates textures, depending on what UV map you have this kind of nightmare image of this unwrapped face, and that's basically what we're going to be using. And of course you can use different kind of unwraps to generate different kinds of flattened faces, but they all look equally terrifying, so I pretty much like them all. And hopefully that was a good enough tutorial for you, because I don't want to talk about it anymore, and I made a tutorial myself, so go check that out if you care. But now let's get back to the whole point of this video, which is you guessing faces and getting them wrong. So here's another face. Who do you think this person is? I'm going to give you 3 seconds to gather your thoughts and guess who it is. That's right, it is Will Smith, a famous actor and YouTube extraordinaire. And by the way, here are different unwraps of Will Smith from different movies and different ages. You can see how he looks different. Moving on to the next one, who do you think this person is? I'm going to give you 3 seconds. I can tell that this one's going to be a bit challenging. That's right, it is award-winning actor Shrek. And that kind of proves the point that you can use Face Builder for creatures. You don't have to just use it for normal faces. So that was Shrek. What about this one? Do you know who this person is? I will again give you 3 seconds. Who could it be? That's right, it's bathtub extraordinaire and pink hair wearer Belle Delphine. There you go, that's her face unwrapped. Let's try to do 1 or 2 more. Who do you think this person is? Who could it be? Another 3 seconds. Yep, you guessed it, that's my face unwrapped. That's what I look like, and here is another version of my face unwrapped. Let's try to do 1 more. Who do you think this person is? That's right, it is the sponsor for this video, Dashlane. And Dashlane is a free mobile and desktop app that removes all the boring parts of the internet. So it stores stuff like your passwords, credit card information, addresses, pretty much anything that you don't want to type in over and over and over again. And this is going to let you sign into all your favorite websites using just 1-click autofill. And also whenever you're purchasing stuff online, you don't have to pull out your wallet every single time, because again, you can store your credit card information and you're no longer going to need to remember passwords and worry about forgetting them. And speaking of passwords, Dashlane has an option to generate passwords for you that are guaranteed to be safe, they're guaranteed to be secure, and if you're using passwords like these, you might want to be using that kind of feature. And I know what you're thinking, is this really a secure way to save and generate passwords? What if there's a hack or something? And for that, I would say that Dashlane's actually an extremely secure option, because you can store all these passwords behind your very own master password that not even Dashlane has access to. So you can be sure that as long as you have your master password, everything else is safe. And on top of everything we just talked about, the premium version of Dashlane actually has extra features like built-in VPN, which means that when you're browsing the internet from any country, you can be sure that you're doing so safely and that nobody's intercepting any of your data. And another feature is the dark web monitoring, which means that Dashlane will inform you if any of your information spills into the dark web, which is something that you wouldn't be able to detect in the first place, so Dashlane has you covered there. And since Dashlane is sponsoring this video, you can use my link in the description to try Dashlane for free on your first device, but you will also automatically get 30 free days of the premium version, and there are no credit cards required at sign up. But other than that, thank you for watching my video, and as always, I've been CG Matter, you've been you, bye-bye. And until recently, And until recently, this kind of stuff was too expensive. And until recently, like I said, this stuff